Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Celeste and today I'm going to be making some scalloped potatoes. So if you'd like to see how to get these delicious scalloped potatoes, then please keep watching. So we're starting off with this casserole dish that has been passed down the family. I don't even know if anyone else has this. Let me know. Comment down below because I feel like this is one of those things, you know. I am putting some potatoes in the dish just to see how many I might need, and it looked like 4 fit. There was some room, so I did a little extra because I'm a little extra. And we're gonna just wash our potatoes. I don't have a potato brush thing situation, so we're just doing it by hand. I did end up getting one after this video was filmed, but you know, it's be like that. So here I also didn't have a mandolin. Is that what they're called? So I'm just like doing some guesswork, seeing where I want to cut these, how big or thick I want these slices to be. This is the first cut, and I was like, yeah, she cute. She a little thick, but she cute. And then I decided to do another slice, and I liked those slices a lot better. So this is about the size. They're still a little thick, but it's fine. So we're just doing it by hand. Knife skills are still on Yakiana, but I don't cut myself. So knock on wood, I don't cut myself. So I feel like we're good. You just worry about not cutting yourself. And that's what we have with our slices. So I'm putting them in a bowl and I'm just gonna cut up all of these potatoes. Again, sorry about the knife skills. It'd be like that, you know. I don't know why I have such a hard time curling my fingers when I'm cutting, but like the brain to hand coordination when it comes to that is just a little off, but it's fine. It's cool. Then we're gonna take this onion. I put onions in my scalloped potatoes. Is it also called gratin? Gratin? I don't know how to pronounce it. AU space GRATIN. Is that how you say it? I gotta Google that. But yeah, we're just putting some of these onions in there. Well, we are putting an onion in there, and we're just slicing these as well. This is the size of the onions. We're gonna saute them first and then put them in the casserole dish with our potato slices. It's gonna be amazing. You just gotta trust the process. You gotta trust me. If you're new here, it all works out in the end. Like, you just gotta have faith in me. That's all I'm saying. Put some faith in me. So we put that in a pan, and I put a little avocado oil and a tiny bit of salt, and we're just gonna let those simmer and saute and do its thing. There we go. Thumbs up on that. That's what we got. Moving on, we're gonna make our little cheese sauce. I'm using unsweetened, I want to say that's cashew milk, and that's like 1.5, 2 cups perhaps of that. Some garlic. I know it's in the jar. I know, I get it. It's what I had. Okay, relax. I do use fresh garlic. I promise. Then we're gonna take some cheese, vegan cheese. This is Daiya, and this is also what I had on deck. So we're gonna do 2 small, medium. We're gonna do 2 handfuls, two fingerfuls. What? Never mind. Anyways, we're gonna go on with nutritional yeast, and I put about a 1/4 cup of that in, I want to say. And then I used some lime juice. That's an optional. That's not necessary. I used it to like help not use as much salt, but it didn't. I still need more salt. So if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna copy this recipe, use more salt than I did, please. And then we're adding some herbs. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's thyme. Period. And we used some black peppercorns. You saw that. And then that is garlic powder. And then we're gonna use some Better Than Bouillon veggie bouillon. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. And I used a teaspoon of that. Again, use some salt. Also, with this cheese mixture, I thought that the potato starch, when it cooked, would be more, it would help thicken the sauce. It did not. This was my very first time making this, and I've made it a handful of times since. So what I will say is add like a tablespoon or two of flour or cornstarch to this blended mixture, just to make sure it thickens up over time, because otherwise you'll have a very liquidy sauce, which is fine if that's what you want to do. Anyways, here's also how I lined it up. I also did this, it's really hard to mess up, so you can also lay them flat lasagna style and put the onions in between the potato layers that way. But as you can see, as you saw, I put the onions between the potato layers so that they wouldn't stick together too much, and they didn't. It works really well. I have not tried this not with onion in between layers, so I don't know how that looks for me personally, but this is just how I do it. And we're putting our cheese sauce on top. Put foil over it. Also line the bottom with foil, because it can and will potentially, possibly, most likely spill over. So I'm trying to save your oven. You just gotta help me help you put some foil on the bottom of this. And this is what we're looking like. I think this is about an hour. We'll say an hour and a half, because I feel like this took a very long time for some reason to cook. This is an hour and a half covered. Probably less than that, I don't know. But I had my oven on 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't remember what that is. That's like 200, 220 Celsius, I want to say. Not sure. I forgot. I put dried chives on it, and then I'm like, oh, let me put some cheese. I should top it with cheese, so it's like super cheesy. That cheesy crust on top, so delicious. So that's what I'm doing here. That's what you see. I'm just putting the rest of my bag of cheese on top. And oh my gosh, in this economy, a whole bag of cheese on one dish, insane. But I live life on the edge sometimes. What can I say? What can I say? I can't bring the cheese with me to the afterlife. We got to use it. So I'm using it. And that's what you see there. We're going to put that back in the oven without the foil. Again, it may boil over, so please be careful. And this is what we ended up with. It looked so good. I sprinkled some parsley on top, as you can see. Real fancy, real cute. Yep. Okay, so that's what we got. It looks so good. And this is dishing it out, and it's fully cooked too. It's fully cooked, but as you can see, it's a little liquidy. I mean, it still gets the job done. As you can see, it's still doing its thing, but it's a little liquidy. So that's why you should add like a little bit of flour, a little bit of cornstarch to the blended cheese mixture and get that popping. And that's me trying it out for the first time. Well, I've had it before, but this is my first time making it. And this is my initial reaction. I was shocked. I'm like, okay, this is good. It needed salt. It still needed a little salt, just FYI, but it was delicious. And this is the plate that I had. I had my scalloped potatoes on the side, and then I had some sauteed zucchini and tofu steaks as well. And it was very well rounded, very delicious. So please try this recipe. If you do, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.